Hello, hello, what's up? And welcome to my first video on YouTube. Yeah, it was about time to to start doing that. I was thinking about it for quite a while, and now, yeah, there was just no point to push that into the background anymore, and therefore, let's see how this goes. This is a new format for me. This is something I really need to get into, and yeah, need to get used to as well. So let's get into it. I actually recorded a video before, and it was like 32 minutes or something. And then I wanted to publish that, and then it was telling me it's too long. So I guess I'm just not allowed to publish longer videos yet because I'm just getting started on YouTube. That's kind of the limitation I get now. Therefore, I need to speed up my rambling and let's just get into it. The idea of this video is that I just really want to share my view on what I think is going to happen within the next few weeks and months, and what this drop means on Bitcoin right now for the altcoins, especially for Ethereum, and also a few coins I'm just really looking at for the coming period. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more coins, which are just going to explode, basically. But I think, yeah, just to give a few interesting projects with solid fundamentals and also solid TA right now. And also, I want to say I'm not a fundamentals expert, so anything like deeply into blockchain, I'm not a tech savvy in that sense. So everything which goes or anything which goes deeper than I would say some surface information, it's just not what I'm into. There's way better people out there on YouTube and on Twitter and where not, who share a lot of good information and insights about projects. And my strength, I would say, is just really technical analysis combined with basic fundamentals, which tells me or which gives me more confidence that this investment or trade is something which actually can turn out to be positive. So let's get into it. In order to not make this video 30 minutes again, what we have seen is a Bitcoin drop, which was kind of expected, but to be honest, the uncertainty was so, like, it was unreal. Like, people were calling this here like a bull flag and consolidation below resistance, which is usually bullish, as we know. But also, there was a lot of bearish indicators in terms of volume lacking and just the momentum which was fading, and also the when you pull up the monthly chart in this case, or the weekly chart, then it's kind of realistic that we should see a correction, right? I mean, we hit all-time high more or less, and now we are kind of getting rejected there, even though we had a massive November, which this candle here tells us. But now it's about time to just really start to, I think, stay realistic. I mean, obviously, of course, we could just blow through and go to 30, 40, 50K and then pull back. Yes, institutions are here, and this is something we need to consider as well when we do technical analysis, and just not to only focus on technical analysis in that sense, but it's just really, it needs some kind of pullback. And it also needs a pullback because if we want to see our beloved altcoins to shine, then we need some kind of consolidation with Bitcoin. And right now, this could be the opportunity which we have been waiting for. We have been we rejected here, like, pretty much perfectly, at all-time high. And now what we could see is that we are just really starting to consolidate over the next weeks or even months on Bitcoin. And I have seen quite a few people talking about this same construction here, price action wise, and this range, which we had from April to July. And this is where altcoins really shined, right? This is where things really exploded and we had a good Altseason. And when we compare this move now to what we see here, then we could actually see, and once again, I saw that on Twitter from a few accounts. So this is not my observation, but I share the idea. I think it's quite a good observation. Then we can see that we had like this last major run up, which is also here to see, and then a sell off, same as here, and then another run up, and then another sell off, and or consolidation before a sell off, and then it started to range, and it looks really similar. Like this was below like the 10K before we really started to accelerate things, right? So it looks really similar. We are now below 20K, like 10K higher, and do the same thing. I would actually see this as a quite possible scenario. We could go as low and test certain areas, you know, which are important, just to pull up some lines and supports. An example, like important to test on a higher time frame would definitely be this weekly around 16,200, and also potentially even the monthly. That would still be bullish. It wouldn't be bearish if we go down to like 14K. It would actually be really healthy. But nevertheless, we need a consolidation, right? So let's see how low we go. I don't want to talk too much about Bitcoin, but I think we are seeing this shift now towards altcoins and also towards Ethereum. So yeah, let's jump into Ethereum BTC right now, because I think this is a really, really important chart which we need to consider. And if we pull up the monthly, then we can see that we are still really low. We are low. We have so much space to all-time high compared to Bitcoin. And as long as we are in this kind of range here, like as long as we are in here, I don't see us, like I don't see a true Altseason happening. I can see now a certain shift towards the altcoins once Bitcoin starts really to consolidate and finding a range, but I cannot see a really true and big Altseason. I can see that once we actually flip this level, and then we have space up until here, which is the next monthly resistance around 0.077 Bitcoin, and even higher to all-time high. Like, like this is all pretty much air. Like the only resistance here, more or less, is this one in between, and then it's air. So once we clear this range, flip it, then we have an Altseason. This is where I'm expecting for things to go crazy. That could, but I think that just needs a bit more time. I think that could be somewhere between like March up to May, and then give us a really nice summer, right? But for now, I really believe we should just consider this as our indicator, or our, like, we need to watch this level and this range, and once we break this range, then we can talk about this bull market, this bull run with all the coins, altcoins flying, I don't know, 100x and whatnot, and Lambos and you know, the whole story. So keep this in mind. This is what I am looking at, and I think it's fair to say that this is a crucial range we need to break out from. But we're doing good. I mean, we're really making our ways back up to that level, and if we just check the daily, then things are looking quite good. They're looking really bullish. We're making higher lows, having formed kind of a uptrend here, and as long as we can hold this trend, then the flip is going to come sooner or later. Right. What coins am I looking at? I mean, obviously, if you have been following me for a bit, then you know that I'm a fan of Ocean. I'm not associated or sponsored or anything by them. I just believe they have an insane product with an insane vision, and just like the fundamentals combined with the technical part is just something I would highly I always wanna emphasize on the strength of those together. So I'm not gonna pitch you anything here. I mean, if you're interested in, just look up Ocean, dig into it, and you will find out that it's more than just a shitcoin. It's way more than that. But what we can see here is and why I think things are getting interesting again is that we have seen, accumulation phase, which we broke out from, had a huge rally, outperformed a lot of other coins during the summer, and are corrected, obviously. I mean, this is a definition of a bubble which popped, and now it needs to find some kind of support again. And I think this support actually could be seen right now if we just use our lovely Sir Fibonacci. Then if we pull up a Fibonacci here and just point, like, let's just start here from the last accumulation and where the first bigger impulse wave is coming from, and then up to the high, and then we can actually see that we reached this 0.786 area, which is funnily also the institutional level. That's what they call it, or what we call it. It's where the big money, the smart money, is accumulating and buying again. They're not buying in around this golden pocket. They mostly looking for lower levels around this, and it's confluent with this order block and with this support here. So it would make perfectly sense right now to move higher, right? Everything still depends on Bitcoin, but this is a good entry right now, in my opinion, for the next few months or even years if you're holding it long term. And the lowest I believe it could go right now is back down here to where things started to just really go crazy, which would be around 1,000 sats. Do I believe that we go that low? I'm not gonna say no, and I'm not gonna say yes. I'm just gonna say, let's see how the markets are going to behave during over the next weeks, and if things turning bullish on altcoins, then no, I don't believe we're going down there. But it's definitely a good buy right now on that support right here on the daily. And if it comes back down here, then be my guest. Then that's a bargain you really don't wanna miss. So Ocean still my biggest and just one I think has the most and just a potential in the coming alt season, which is insane. So this baby is definitely ready to perform. Another one for all the Marines out there, and obviously, I mean, it's a project which deserves attention, and it's a project which definitely has a place in terms of growth, and I believe that yeah, it's not over yet. I mean, the same goes for this coin though, as we can just saw on Ocean. It was a bubble. It had this euphoria, like everybody was screaming $100 next week and shit, and it just popped. Yeah. So what happened? We just retraced from there, right? Like we retraced quite heavily, but it's no surprise. It's no surprise, and I actually could see, because now we kind of, like on the weekly, we don't really have a support anymore, like between here and this area down here. So I could actually see that we go lower and test this level again around 50,000 Satoshis. Wouldn't be bearish or anything. It would just be what technical analysis is here for. It gives us an idea how we could just potentially see things moving, and right now this is the next support on bigger time frames. Obviously, once again, if things are going to accelerate in the altcoin market, then I don't see this happening. But if we should see some more decline, then this is definitely possible. But also we have actually found quite a nice support around this level here. So this might be the bottom, also combined with some bullish divergences on the daily. That tells me that this thing is ready. So is it a buy here? Yes. In my opinion, it's a buy here. It's a good buy here. And even if it goes lower, just buy more, or just really don't care, because and at the end of the day, these levels here at the highs will be reached again, in my opinion. And not just that, but more. So yeah, it's what I'm looking at. It's what I'm not holding a lot of, but I'm definitely interested in a swing trade up to the highs again, because that's just a given. It's quite low risk in my opinion, and yeah, that's why I'm really watching this one right now too. One more, which I'm really focusing long term, is it's Bitcoins, or sorry, it's Voyager. It's funny because this is a coin I actually invested in 2017 when I got into the crypto space, and I bought the ICO. I think it was shelled by Superman back then, and I was kind of, I had no clue what's happening in the space, and I had no clue about investing and trading and money in general. So I was just following that guy, and he was shilling it hard, and it actually paid off on the paper, like unrealized profits. It paid off quite nicely, because I got into the ICO at 5 cents, and it like rallied over $10. So this was absolutely ridiculous, and it made me, on the Blockfolio app, it made me an insane amount of money. But unfortunately, bear market came and I never cashed in. That's what we can see here. I mean, it literally died. But when it comes to fundamentals, this project is something you really should look into. Once again, I'm not sponsored. I'm not associated in any sense. I don't like try to pitch you anything, but it's just a opportunity. This is, I mean, look at this thing. Even if it just I mean, just goes back to all-time high, then you already got yourself like a 88x opportunity. And with the way they have building in the background, yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer, to be honest. But do your own research. Really nice project, and they deserve a way bigger market cap than. I mean, it's really undervalued right now, to be honest, with all the things they're doing in the crypto space, since they are needed. But do your own research. As I said, I'm not a fundamental guy, I'm more a technical guy, but I know the fundamentals here are solid, so that's a tip for you. And the last one I want to go over is just because I don't know, there is no Altseason without Ripple, in my opinion. It just deserves some attention. It just deserves some kind of positivity from the haters. And I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to be part of something like this? Because the price action itself, I know it looks kind of all over the place. There's no real, I don't know what this is, to be honest. Just pump and dump, pump and dump, and pump and dump again. But when you just see where we are right now, and also when you take the macro market into perspective, then I don't know. I mean, we broke out of this, whatever you want to call it, downtrend, falling wedge, more or less, I guess, here, and we're about to flip it, and you can see what's happening here. I mean, this is literally every time there is volume coming in, this happens, right? So I don't know. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be part of this? Even if you hate this coin, it doesn't matter. You don't need to marry it. You don't need to, like, you know, just don't give any fuck about it. Just trade it. And you have yourself a very nice opportunity, because, I mean, this is parabolic at its finest. So I don't know. I really don't know why people always need to get this like always have this culty behavior. I don't get it. But anyway, this one I'm watching heavily. It's getting interesting, and I mean, yeah, it broke out of this kind of accumulation as well. And once we start off the Altseason, this is going to fly. I promise you that. I would be really surprised if not. Anyway, that's it. These are some coins I'm looking at, and there are so many more, but I kind of need to stick to my my limitation of time I got here on YouTube. So I hope you liked this first video. You know the drill. I mean, I don't know, like, subscribe if you like it. Give a comment, just give some feedback. I think I need some feedback just to see how I can improve my videos in the future. And yeah, see you next time. See you next time.